What's up, y'all? This is Chris Williams, aka cdubbart, aka Dub, Chris, whatever you want to call me is fine. So yeah, I just wanted to start this video off with a little something different from me. I mostly have been putting up art vids, speed draw vids on this channel, and I wanted to start to do something different, and I wanted to see how you guys respond to it. So basically, I started to scour YouTube for the types of videos that I'm trying to do right now. I've seen reviews. I follow a bunch of people who do figure reviews. I've seen speed draw vids and time-lapse vids. I follow a bunch of people who do those, but I've never seen anybody who really does both. So what I wanted to try to do with this is I wanted to try to review a figure from the perspective of an artist, because that's what I am, that's what I do for a living. And I also wanted to maybe, after I do a quick review of this figure, put them in a cool pose and do a speed draw vid. So yeah, that's what I would like to do. Before I go any further, I just did want to remind you guys that I am an artist, so I do have my own comic book. It is called Summons. These are the first two issues right here. You can get these issues right now at cdubbart.com. That is my website. If you are into supernatural comic books with kind of like a 90s flair, but with like modern storytelling, you're into alt-girl goth punk chicks that have demonic witch powers, a little bit of Buffy Vampire Slayer action in there, and also detective werewolves, and wizards, and special spell books that control the essence of our universe as we know it. Maybe you want to check this out. I don't know. You might dig it. Maybe you don't. But if you do, if you are into that, just check it out. That's all I ask. But yeah, okay, that's enough of the plug. Sorry about that. So yes, I wanted to get into this because I have been waiting for this guy for a long time. This is Mafex Superman from the Batman Hush series, and I like this figure for a few different reasons. One, mainly because I love the Batman Hush storyline. I don't know if you can see in the background there, I have both volumes of the Batman Hush storyline, written by Jeff Loeb and drawn by Jim Lee and inks by Scott Williams. And I'm a pencil artist. I've modeled a lot of my style after Jim Lee. He's been very influential to me. So again, I wanted to review this figure from that perspective. See what you guys think of that. Yeah, I just love this whole line. So I'll be doing this review, and then I'll also be going through its articulation a little bit, and then I'll be doing some figure lineups of some other stuff I got, and then we'll take it from there. Disclaimer, I, again, am not a figure reviewer, so if you're looking for an in-depth review on this figure, every little detail, all the accessories, stuff like that, maybe check out the millions of reviews that are already up on this guy. But yeah, if you want my perspective, then, rock with me a little bit. Let's see what we do. Here we go. Okay, so here we go. First impressions. This figure looks amazing. It is beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah, I'm happy with this. I mean, usually the first thing you want to look for is to see if there are any like paint imperfections and stuff like that. I'm not that great at the focusing. I'm just using an iPhone here. I gotta step my game up here, but there are some minor things going on. Like there's like a little paint scuff here. There's a little scratchiness there. But you know how to focus with an iPhone. But yeah, there's a little paint scratchiness there. There's a little. You got a little ashiness in the upper socket here. I don't know what that's about, but overall, he looks really good. The S symbol is painted really nicely. I don't see anything outside the lines of the sculpt or anything. I love this. I love that they included this S symbol on the back. This is classic Superman right here. They missed a couple little things. They missed the little notch right there. It's supposed to be some line work there up top where the S symbol is, like pretty much just like this. So that space right there and a little space down there. They should have the lines drawn for those things. So they missed the mark, but I'll cut them some slack, because to mass produce something like this of this quality is crazy. But yeah, this thing is awesome, man. I love the head sculpt. Very true to Jim Lee's style. Very true to it. It's got that jawline, the S curl, and I've heard a lot of people complain about the S curl going the opposite way. It's supposed to go the opposite way, but Jim Lee has drawn it this way in a bunch of different comics, and not just the Batman Hush storyline, but in Superman Solo series that Jim Lee drew with, was it Brian Azzarello who wrote it? I think it was Man of Tomorrow. I could be misspeaking there, but it was pretty much, you know, for Batman Hush fans. Superman had his own series of graphic novels that had the same quality. You know, may not have been the most memorable storyline, but the artwork is dope. So just for the artwork alone, I would grab those. But yeah, this, I'm extremely happy with this. Yeah, this is a nice build for Superman. I will say his head is a little small. Again, stuff that you'll probably hear on a lot of other reviews too. But I can't really complain about this. It's a work of art. Man, I gotta get a better camera so I can zoom in so I can show y'all. I just can't do it. But yeah, so like just to get into it, he's got the swivel at the shoulder, 360 there. He's got this like pseudo butterfly joint, but it's not really usable. Not like the shoulder joint on the Mafex Spider-Man or other figures, or even Marvel Legends figures. Which again, I do have some figure comparisons, and I got a little bit of a collection. I'm not crazy with it, but I got a little bit of a collection, so maybe you'll see what I'm talking about then. He can bend his arm that much. You know, he's got the 360 ball joint swivel there on the wrist. Love the diaphragm joint. He's got the one up top here, and then he's got the one at the bottom. I've also seen in a lot of reviews that, you know, they can't get his neck all the way up for flight poses, but you can get it all the way up. You just have to like take the head off. There's a ball joint underneath there, and you have to twist it around. You can get some get that flight pose going on there. Love this cape too. It's got an articulated cape, 2 wires. I got a little confused and spoiled by other people's reviews because some people alluded that there might have been more wires back here, but this is just fine for me. Like, it's beautiful. Beautiful. You just do whatever you want with this Superman. Like, this is an artist's dream here. Like, I don't have to get any figures just for anatomy. You know, I mean, obviously you know you want your anatomy to be real, but these are great for posing because they cover all of the basic body movements that you need. Of course, you got to fill in the gaps if you want to draw something cool and have it be anatomically correct. And I've heard people complain that, you know, he doesn't have a good, that he could have used a more smiley face for him to be a more traditional Superman, but that's just not him. That's just not Jim Lee's Superman. You don't have to get over that. But yeah, like, I think this thing is a great piece of art. And with me, that's all that really matters. I love the compromise between great articulation and great sculpt. And I don't think anybody's really doing it better than Mafex right now. It's a Japanese import company, so you're gonna be spending a little bit to get this guy. And if you didn't pre-order when you were supposed to, you will probably be missing out too. It'll probably be a hard time for you to get them, but you know, for those of us who are so inclined, look at the back muscle definition. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy overdeveloped and off the chain, but like, that's how I like my comic book characters, how I like my superheroes. So I don't know. He's dope. He's really dope. I'm gonna do a lot of cool things with this figure. I'm gonna create a lot of cool art with this guy. One piece in particular you will see at the end of this video. So yeah, like, again, I'm not really going over everything with him. So I apologize if that frustrates anybody who's used to watching figure reviews, but you know, you're going to get something extra with me later that you don't get with those other videos. I just think I think he's dope. He's dope, man. I couldn't be happier with this purchase. Just to remind you what he does come with. Again, like, I'm not going over all of it, but he does come with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different sets of hands. And he also comes with an extra hand that belongs to the blue Batman that comes in the Batman Hush storyline. Because in this comic, Batman like cold cocks him with a kryptonite ring, and so it comes with that. That's pretty cool. And he has these. I mean, if you haven't read the story by now, like I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you, but he gets controlled by poison ivy, so he has these little vine pieces that you put on him to simulate that. And he also does come with an extra head or portrait to the truly initiated. I'm sorry if you can't see it, because like I just have that shit set up right now. Pardon my French, but yeah, he's got this extra head sculpt that comes with red glowing eyes, which I think is pretty cool. I don't really need anything else. Like other people might, but I don't. He also comes with a stand. And, but I just wanted to show you guys this, just to give you an idea. So that's the articulation, at least what I'm going to show you. And next up, let's do some figure comparisons real quick. And just to give you guys a true height comparison, he is standing at about 16 centimeters or just under 6.5 inches. And just to start the height comparisons, I got, this is the McFarlane DC Multiverse, McFarlane's DC line. Yeah, so that's McFarlane's Superman, and this is McFarlane's Flash. So these are all 7-inch scale figures. Just to give you guys the idea of, and I don't have any of McFarlane's Wonder Woman, but I do have DC Essentials Wonder Woman. And the DC Essentials line is actually based off of another one of my favorite artists, Jason Fabok. He's kind of a Jim Lee contemporary, even though he's trained more with David Finch. But the DC Essentials line is modeled after his art, and it's got a lot of similarities to Jim Lee's work, so I figured that works there. So those are all my 7-inch figures that I have so far. I might be getting some more of McFarlane stuff. I'm waiting on that McFarlane Kickstarter spawn, so I can't wait for that. And here is Superman with the Hush Batman. It's his true counterpart. Man, they look beautiful. They look great. And just so for some other figures that I hope they release, this is the DC Icons Nightwing. I cannot wait until they release this one. I have no doubt they will. There's no reason that they won't release this one, because he's in the Batman Hush storyline. So I can't wait for that. This is, you know, especially since they already have a Joker they've announced. I can't wait for a Harley Quinn. It is ugly. That's ugly. Because she fell. So now she don't want to stand right. Come on, girl. Yeah, so let's give you a little comparison there. It's my bull right here. I think these guys scale great. This is another DC Icons John Stewart, which I love. One of my favorite figures. And this one also scales really great. Again, this Mafex line scales really well with the DC Icons line that's been discontinued, and it sucks because they have such great sculpts as well. I might do the same thing with some of these figures. I don't know. It's kind of going to be up to you guys, but I think that they look great together. Especially that Superman and the Supergirl. They look great together. And to give you a Marvel Legends comparison, it's the latest retro Spider-Man release from Marvel Legends from Hasbro. Yeah, they're not bad. Again, Superman's head is a little small, so that's not the best, but you can fudge it. You can fudge this. Like, I can think of. I would love to recreate the cover with Superman and Spider-Man on it. I think that's it for the figure comparisons for now. But yeah, so now what I want to do is get him into a cool pose, and let's see if we can get a nice sketch out of him. What do you guys say? Thank you for sticking with me so far, and I hope you enjoy the speedrun. Thanks.